Sir, I am Assistant Commissioner of Police Oburadeo, the course senior of Command and Institutional Leadership course 001 of 2021. On behalf of the graduates and on my own behalf, allow me warmly welcome you to this historic event in our policing and career progress. I vividly recall it was on the 8th October 2021 when we set foot at this prestigious Center of Excellence to unlearn, learn, and relearn. It's now 2 months down the road, and I have no doubt that we have experienced qualitative change that will inform the way to execute tasks. The course has enhanced our key policing competencies, such as planning and execution of operations, managing people, monitoring and evaluation, financial management, ideological orientation, observance of human rights, crime management, and prioritizing national security in the socio-economic transformation of our country, among other competencies. General Colin Powell once remarked, "Great leaders are almost always great simplifiers, who can cut through argument, debate, and a doubt to offer a solution everybody can understand." We now appreciate that leadership, command, and control is paramount for the success of policing. As leaders, it's our duty to sustain unquestioning trust and loyalty of those we command. This is a function of mutual respect, mutual trust, and loyalty to each other. We reaffirm that service, which is rendered without joy, helps neither the servant nor the served. We must love what we do because it will reward. As leaders, we must be spiritual because a person that is spiritually empty is not only dangerous to society, but to himself or herself. The great Chinese philosopher Lao Tzu once remarked, "Go to the people, learn from them, live with them, start with what they know, and build with what they have." The best of the leaders, when the job is done, when the task is accomplished, the people will say, "We have done it ourselves." Sir, we have learned the voluntarism is a concept born out of service to others. We pledge total service to our country and to the community with the strict adherence to professionalism, human rights observance, and pro-people policing. The course has therefore been tailored to address the institutional leadership and command requirements of a holistic police leader in a contemporary policing environment. On behalf of the course participants and on my own behalf, I wish to extend sincere gratitude to the Inspector General of Police and the police strategic leadership for having steered and supported this course in all aspects. The Commandant and the team for the tireless efforts in imparting knowledge and skills amid the COVID-19 restricted environment. I therefore wish to underscore our commitment to contribute to national peace and security for development of our country. Thank you for listening to me. I say all this, we protect and serve for God and my country.
The Director General of UMY and your team, the Director, Human Resource Development, Commander Kempi, and various senior security officers, the press, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you at the pass out of the regional police commanders here at the Police Senior Command and Staff College, Abwebaja. This course, which is called the Command and Institutional Leadership course, which is cohort number 2. The first cohort of deputy directors was at UMY. Now this is the second cohort, trained by UMY in coordination with the college, which has been held here. The course commenced on 11th October 2021 and is ending today. Second, the participants are 31, of whom 3 are female. The Uganda Police Force has signed a memorandum of understanding with the UMY to build capacity in leadership and management skills to the police officers. The implementation of this MOU began, and the results have started being seen, as you can witness today, sir, and the earlier program of the deputy directors. The course had the UMY leadership and management component, as it has been a hybrid program, and the police command component. We thank the UMY leadership and the teaching staff for the highly cognitive teaching that was greatly interactive amongst the RPCs, and it was well customized to the contemporary policing activities as we briefed you, sir, in the office. In addition to UMY and our own directing staff here at the college, we have had various guest lecturers in the areas of expertise who are strong stakeholders to the police and have delivered very, very good lectures to the RPCs. There has also been a broad discussion within the course amongst the RPCs on contemporary policing topics, considering that they are from all the regions in the country. We gave them various benchmarks, and they presented to colleagues in class the crime rate in their area, what are the crimes, how do you coordinate with the stakeholders, how far with the implementation of the sub-county police station model, the resources they have, the gaps. And so they have compared the notes nationally, and we are going to compile their presentations and write an abstract and forward to the police headquarters. Therefore, they have also compared the notes on the best and better practices and approaches amongst each other. You'll find the RPC would show how he uses the alert squad in his region or her region, and then another one also shows, then one who doesn't have picks a leaf. So we believe you are going to have a very, very good breed of RPCs, sir. The college is therefore convinced that the course equipped the participants with capabilities to translate the knowledge and skills into practice. It has been a very action-packed program. When I would give the assignment, we would give the assignments as a college. All the participants nominated for the course have been persons of high moral integrity and have successfully fulfilled the college expectations. We are therefore convinced that the course deliverables have been met successfully. I wish to introduce again, they have been introduced, the trainers. Like I said, some other experts are fished from outside the college. Of course, the EMY had the team of lecturers, but also on the policing component, we had a team of various lecturers from outside the college. But the college itself, the permanent staff, I could stand up again for recognition by the chief guest, the deputy commandant and chief instructor, SSP Alungat, Barbara. The course coordinator for this program has been Superintendent Rope, Daniel. SP Alungat is on our PhD program, which is funded by the police, UPF. SP Rope is on his PhD program funded by the police. We have Superintendent Nantam Fred. He's an expert, especially on investigative courses. He's also pursuing more courses at the university. We have SP Mutono Grace. He's directing staff here. He's also on his PhD program funded by the police. We have the college admin, SP Muganzi. He's on the PhD program funded. So we are soon going to have Dr. this in this college. Not SSP, Dr. what, here and there. And SPHR2, who is our ICT and directing staff. There are others who are within. You can sit down. In conclusion, I thank the Inspector General of Police and the entire police management at Nakuru for the visionary leadership and steadfast support to the college. We keep moving higher and higher. I thank the Director of Human Resource Development and his colleague directors who are always supporting us here. The UMY team, headed by the DIGI, the coordinator on the side of UMY, Dr. Rose, and her team of lecturers who are always committed here, the various external facilitators earlier mentioned, the college directing staff for their dedication. I thank you so much, and I wish you success, the regional police commanders, after here. God bless.
Talking. AIGP Goroba, the commandant of the college, the officers that have been introduced to us this morning, the invited guests, and most importantly, our graduates. Allow me, Inspector General, to thank you in a very special way on behalf of UMI for having chosen UMI to be a partner in developing the Uganda Police Force. Thank you very much. Allow me also to thank in a special way EIGP Goroba. He's been a very nice partner in this journey. He brought to us the directors. I think the course took more than 7 months because of COVID. It was supposed to take 1 month, but we are able to graduate the graduates. So EIGP Goroba, thank you very much for being a good partner. Allow me also to thank the commandant of the college. He's been a very good friend and a partner in this journey. He has always represented you, IGP, on various UMI functions, and we appreciate that you delegated to him to represent you. Our chief guest, UMI is honored to be part of the team that is building capacity for the Uganda Police. As you may be aware, Uganda Management Institute is the only public management development institute in this country, mandated by the Act of Parliament to build the capacity for all public sector officers. Now, about 5 years ago, we added 2 responsibilities to build the capacity for private and NGO sectors in the country. We are feel proud that Uganda Police is with us, and we shall build the police together. Our chief guest, as a management training institute, we are very happy that you are taking a route of building capacity of Uganda Police through, as a priority, giving the leaders leadership skills to lead others. As you may be aware, institutions fail not because they are not viable. They fail because of bad leadership. Once an institution has good leadership, and the good leadership, our chief guest, I mean, a leadership that is informed of what it's supposed to do. A leadership that is informed of the environment in which it is practicing the leadership. Leadership that is informed of the need for the leader to be the lead of the leaders. And I'm sure if we take that path in this country, Uganda Police will be one of the best forces that are best managed in the entire country. We are also happy that you started with the directors in the police force. Now you are cascading the training to the RPC'S, and we hope the district police commanders will follow next, so that we cascade the training that we gave to the top leadership down to the lowest manager in the Uganda Police. Why should we build capacity in leadership? Our chief guest, once a person is trained in what he's doing, it influences his conscience, and his conscience manages what he or she does. Our training is purposed to change people's conscience towards what they are doing. And I'm sure at the end of this training, our chief guest, our grand ones have developed the right conscience towards what they are supposed to do. And I'm sure with the guidance of that right conscience, they will deliver as desired when they go back. Our chief guest, as an IGP, we shall envy you. Why do I say so? Because now you are going to head a group of officers that are informed. The group of officers who would be a source of information to other officers. A group of officers who will practice and do their work as exemplary as possible. By doing so, our chief guest, it will make your work easier. You will sit in your office and you only see results coming out, other than following the results from them. That's why I said we envy you, because many organizations don't have that opportunity. Our chief guest, UMI is ready to partner, collaborate and cooperate with the Uganda Police in whatever initiative that you take to build the capacity of the force. More specifically, the capacity of the force to serve the public. Our niche at UMI is public administration. And that is our specialty. And we are sure the participants here have tested the dose of that, and they will go back and manage the public. Because policing is all about the people, the public. Not about the barracks, not about the officers. The policeman polices the public and makes sure the public keeps law and order. We are ready to do that kind of work. As I mentioned up there, our chief guest, UMI has regional centers in Gulu, in Mbale, and in Mbarara. They are well equipped the way the Kampala Center is equipped. And once we cascade the training to regions, we are sure those centers will be effectively used. Allow me to thank the staff of UMI for having conducted this training. I'm always confident wherever they go, our chief guest, we give the best. And I'm sure we have given the best to this group. I thank you for that.
Let me present to you the participants of the Command and Institutional Leadership course. I am Senior Superintendent of Police, Alungat Barbara. They are SCP Enoch Abaine, SCP Paul Nkore Mujuni, SCP Dewo Obura Onyangura, SSP Caroline Akoth, SSP Dan Bieruhanga, SSP Francis Chemusto, SSP Ezekiel Ebapu Emitu, SSP Dawuda Hiriga,
Mr. John Martin Okoth Ochola, our chief guest, the Director General UMY, Dr. Nkata, Dr. Rose, the coordinator of the program, members of the UMY teaching team, Commandant KMP, Commandant of the college, Mr. Kafero, heads of departments present, Deputy Commandant, directing staff, graduating officers, ladies and gentlemen, our friends from the media. They tend to, sometimes they say they are from the fourth estate. Good morning. Mine really today is just thanks, but before I do that, ladies and gentlemen, graduating officers, you are the future of the Uganda Police Force. As leaders, it is incumbent on you to lead the men and women, manage the resources that are handed to you, and indeed train your other subordinate staff to the competencies with the required standards. It is without doubt that you have received the best of what the UPF and UMY leadership could offer. Therefore, it is my hope that knowledge, or the knowledge that you have received here for the last 8 weeks, will go a long way to improve the way the UPF projects itself and conducts duty or business as we protect and serve. Indeed, professionalism, patriotism, and loyalty are critical features of the force. We have a lot of hope in you to inculcate that among your subordinates. To this end, sir, I wish to thank you so much for the continued support and guidance to the force forward. Thank you so much. I also wish to thank the Director General UMY, Dr. Nkata, and your team and staff for a job well done. As you know and remember, we have a memorandum of understanding, and it is incumbent on both of us, parties to that memorandum, to build a force that is reckonable as we protect Ugandans and serve them. The Commandant and your team, I will say that, go on with a good job of educating the police, and thank you for the endeavors and the time that you have put in. I also wish to thank the guest lecturers who spent time to prepare to come and give those lectures of opportunities. It is my hope the officers or participants benefited a lot on that. I wish the graduates good health. Of course, where you are going, it's not a new field, but a lot of expectations from your subordinates out there. So, go out there and project us as leaders, because you are our eyes and face and ears. Whatever you conduct, or the way you conduct yourselves when you go out there, it shows who those of us who sit at the headquarters are. I'm not going to say I beg you, but it is incumbent on you to show that You are different from the person who came here 8 weeks ago. I want to say thank you for the time you have spent. It must have been hectic. Some of you, like my friend Emitu, was here barely a month before he came back. It must have been hard for the family, but I believe they understand.
Director General, Uganda Management Institute, the directors and heads of department who are here, the commandant of the college, senior police, army and prisons officers who may be here, invited guests, the fourth estate, those are our friends when time comes. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been giving out some certificates, but you shouldn't be happy that you're going, because I could say 2 more weeks ideological orientation. But you keep praying that my tongue doesn't deviate. It is my pleasure to warmly welcome you to today's scientific pass-out ceremony of the Command and Institutional Leadership Course Intake 002/2021. This course is one of the various courses provided for in the systematic career development and training of officers in the police. This specific course was intended to strengthen the command, leadership, and management capabilities of the operational officers in the force. As police management, we are convinced that it will address the relevant practical requirements and gaps that exist in the policing field. Ladies and gentlemen, we established this college in December 2015 to build operational, strategic, and specialized capabilities of the Uganda Police Force in order to meet the increasing security and crime challenges in the policing sector. In fulfilling the above, we have signed quite a number of MOUs with various institutions of learning and agencies, such as the Uganda Management Institute. On this very note, I'm appreciative of the Director General of UMI and the entire UMI staff for training the first intake of our senior police officers. In fact, ever since I joined the police in 1988, this is the first time a course is organized for regional police commanders in this wood. Training is one of our key priorities as the Uganda Police Force. It is through training that the UPF as an institution can marshal and leverage our resources for service delivery to the communities we serve. Knowledge, skills, attitude, behavior, and professionalism is nurtured, built and tested through retooling of officers in the wake of the current terror threats and crime in general. We therefore pledge as UPF management to continue taking pragmatic steps to provide cutting-edge theoretical and empirical training to our officers to meet the ever-changing law enforcement environment. Now to the participants. The process of police training is not an event, but a long and tedious process. It requires hard work, dedication, commitment, and trust, which are also key ingredients of the sum total of police discipline. I'm sure that if you conceptualize these principles, then you have received the best training instilled with the most noble values associated with policing. Now that you know better, You can champion the basic quality of command, leadership, and management practices in order to propel the institution to greater heights. I therefore expect you to add value to the police and to the community by being able to do the following. 1, effectively plan and conduct police operations. 2, develop and apply institutional leadership and management best practices, especially when handling the human and non-human resources under your control. 3, acquire the ability to apply investigative and intelligence skills. 4, effectively undertake police staff duties at both operational and strategic levels. 5, demonstrate knowledge of political consciousness and ideological orientation. 6, observe, promote, and protect human rights as we respect the rights of the fourth estate. Number 7, be compassionate and caring. Have a clear mind and kind heart. As His Excellency the President said the other day, you should not shout at people. You shouldn't shout at people. Why should you shout at someone? Number 8, be disciplined. Discipline is paramount and cardinal hallmark of your life as a police officer. A simple act of indiscipline, even if it relates to punctuality, professionalism, order, and personal conduct, should not be tolerated. As I conclude, I extend my appreciation to the College Management Committee, Commandant and his team, Director General UMI, and the various individuals and partners who have contributed towards the human resource development in the Uganda Police Force. The police management commits itself to upgrade the college to match international standards. I congratulate you, the officers who have successfully completed the command and institutional leadership course. Thank you for dedicating yourselves to learning, unlearning, and relearning, as Obura was saying. Now, finally, I thank you all and do appeal to you all to continue observing and enforcing the COVID-19 guidelines as we protect and serve. With the above remarks, unless there is a participant who wants to stay here longer, I know no longer would wish to remain here because of the good feeding you have been having. With the above remarks, I now declare the Command and Institutional Leadership Course 002-2021 officially closed. Now, in view of the festive season that is in the corner, I will give you, although the director had asked that you get some 14 days, I will give you only 7 days pass leave. After those 7 days, you return back to your offices where you have been. Thank you. Thank you for listening to me, for God and my country.
Sir, congratulations. That's the end of the presentation. Alfred.